Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. Durham city leaders are reviewing the vision for downtown to make sure it matches with future development goals. The City Council and city staff held a special meeting on October 24th to discuss where downtown has come from and the vision for where it needs to go.
Barely a day goes by that somebody doesn't make a comment about downtown Durham and how much downtown Durham has changed in a very positive way. And one of the things that I respond to when I get those questions is, if you think downtown Durham has changed in the last few years, just wait for the next few years.
City Manager Tom Bonfield and Mayor Bill Bell said they thought it was important to go through the current downtown development strategy and discuss whether it is adequate to address the needs of the future.
Many times the discussions that you have are, as a result of a specific project and somewhat reacting to something that is before you for approval. And this is a great opportunity for us just to spend some time refreshing where we've come from, where we are, and talking some about the policy issues that are driving the shape and future of downtown.
Among the topics discussed was a new downtown incentives plan that would encourage affordable housing and more retail space, the still evolving open space plan, and the need to develop clear guidelines for historic preservation as quickly as possible. Another topic being considered by the City Council is a series of recommendations put forward by a comprehensive parking study focusing on the downtown and 9th Street areas. The results of the study are intended to guide the Council in forming policies to address parking-related issues associated with ongoing development downtown and in the 9th Street area. Some of the most significant recommendations that have not been implemented yet include paid on-street parking for approximately 750 spaces in the downtown area and 150 spaces in the 9th Street area. Expanding time-restricted on-street parking in the downtown and 9th Street areas, and beginning to plan for a new city-owned parking deck on one of the city-owned surface lots on Morgan Street. The parking fund is currently operating at a deficit of approximately $2 million due primarily to debt service payments. The downtown parking study projects that with its recommendations, the parking fund will be financially solvent within 10 years. Meantime, progress is being made on the Chapel Hill Street parking deck improvement project. Since mid-August, the deck has been undergoing much-needed repairs to improve the structure of the garage, as well as to make it compliant with Americans with Disabilities Act. Most of the work that has been completed so far has centered around repairing and replacing the concrete on the entry ramps. By early November, the basement level repairs should be completed and it will reopen for permit parkers. The surface lot will also open again at that point for hourly parking. By mid-November, levels 1 through 4 should be complete, with the final phase involving levels 5 through 9 being complete by late December. Due to the ongoing construction, the Lanier parking office has been temporarily moved to Suite 1400 on the first floor of City Hall. Operating hours remain the same from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and the office can be reached by phone at 919-680-2481 or 919-560-4366. The total number of passengers traveling through Raleigh-Durham International Airport is continuing to build momentum as the economy is improving. The Raleigh-Durham Airport Authority shared those numbers recently in its annual report to the City Council. The report shows that there were 9.2 million total passengers in 2012, 2 million international passengers, 9 major air carriers at the airport, and 39 domestic and international destinations. RDU is also the 30th largest international passenger travel market in the United States and the 38th largest passenger domestic travel market in the country. Delta Airlines has the largest passenger market share, while Southwest and AirTran are close behind. For more information on the annual report and other happenings at the airport, visit rdu.com. The national accolades for Durham just keep coming. Find out why this latest honor should have us all feeling proud when City Hall This Week continues.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back. The City Council is now deciding whether to allow bow hunting of deer within the city limits. City staff has recommended changing the Code of Ordinances to help address an overpopulation of deer in Durham. The recommendation suggests that bow hunting should be allowed in areas that are 5 acres or larger each fall, as well as during a 5-week period beginning each January. The proposal would also prohibit the discharge of arrows within 150 feet of a residence, school, church, commercial building, governmental property, occupied structure, street, park, or other recreational area. If approved, the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission will be responsible for regulation and enforcement. There's more recognition for Durham as one of the best places to live in the nation. Livability.com recently ranked the city as number 4 on the list of top 100 places in the U.S. to live and visit. The national website ranks quality of life amenities in America's small and mid-sized cities. Durham ranked most highly for health care and amenities. We all know that law enforcement officers have to be ready for just about anything at any time. But one recent day on the job was nothing short of life-changing for a police officer and a now very grateful family. We'll show you why when City Hall This Week continues. Welcome back. A Durham police officer who was in the right place at the right time recently helped a family with a very special delivery.
I was taking a rec report. I had just finished that up and was handing the paperwork to the 2 drivers when the father, I now know, ran up behind me and said, "My wife's having a baby right now."
I-85 South. I have a woman that is having a baby. I need EMS sent to my location.
4, stand by for your ops, you know.
So I told the other 2 people, I gotta go. and then I ran back, got out my radio traffic where I was so that they could send the true medical professionals my way because they're trained for those kind of things. And so I went back to the vehicle and baby wasn't gonna wait. So we ended up having a baby come out right then and there.
Okay, Motor 3, just to update you, I have a baby already out, and the baby is healthy so far, so just to let you know, we have a baby out.
Baby's conscious and breathing.
Yes, ma'am.
4, congratulations.
Once the baby was out, there was an umbilical cord that needed to be taken from around the neck. The main concerns with any person, big or small, and this was a small person, is to make sure that the baby had an airway, that the baby was breathing, and that the baby had good circulation, and baby had that nice pink color that they're supposed to have, and so all those things were taking place. So at that point, my role was just to monitor the baby and then introduce myself and the rest until we could wait for the true medical professionals to get there. Mom did great. She was a real champ, and she did a very good job. And she had other children, and she did a really good job. I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of the whole family. I'm very happy for them. Certainly, all the media attention's been a little bit overwhelming, and everybody likes to hear a good story, especially something that makes us feel good. The one thing that I would like to point out is that I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, and the people who really deserve credit for the things they do are those officers that are on the other end of town, maybe dealing with something that's not such a feel-good situation. The officers that are dealing with a difficult domestic, or maybe are fighting with a suspect who doesn't want to go back to jail. Those officers often don't get the credit or a pat on the back that maybe, you know, I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. And on a really bad day, one of those officers may be in a truly tragic situation. And I know that if you were to ask any one of those officers, they would rather have been delivering a baby that day. And that's something I think people sometimes forget and is important to know. I've heard that the family has told the police department that they're home, they're safe, and that mom, dad, and baby are doing very well. So you can't ask for more than that. And I can say in the whole time I've been here, that's probably the coolest thing that's happened since I've been here.
That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can find us on demand on DTV8's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us.